And then when I went to college, I actually went to the University of Miami in Florida, and I entered as a music engineering major, which was what I thought was like the guy in the studio behind the mixing board and making records. And I thought that was all cool. But, when I entered the program, it was a little more hardcore than that. And it was a lot more science and physics and acoustic design and all this fancy stuff, which was like way over my head and not what I was interested at all. Like I just wanted to make music. And I finally got that finally sunk in towards the end of the first year. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to be a musician. So I changed my major to studio music and jazz, which is the official title. It was basically the jazz guitar program. And so I graduated from University of Miami with a degree in jazz guitar, basically. And then, what do you do with a degree in jazz guitar? It's like my choices were go back to school to get a master's and teach, or, try to become a jazz guitar artist or something, or, play in cover bands and wedding bands. And that's kind of the track I took in a roundabout way. I did have a day job right out of college because, I didn't know what to do necessarily. So I just picked up whatever jobs I could take. And then eventually I got into the scene of cover bands in South Florida, which still to this day is, to me, one of the most thriving businesses for a musician. That maybe Nashville is, equal, but it's a different type of thing. But um, I knew so many friends right out of college that were buying houses after joining wedding bands. They were buying houses at like 23, 24 because they were making a good living just playing covers and wedding bands. So and still to this day, it's still a really really good industry to be in. So I fell into that, and I eventually quit my day job and was playing, tops 4 or 5 nights a week, just playing everywhere from like, I don't know, Key Largo all the way up to like Palm Beach. That's kind of like the tri-county circuit that we would do. So many restaurants and bars to play at. And that's kind of how I got better. I learned a lot in college as far as the jazz stuff goes, but I learned how to be a working musician by playing in these cover bands and wedding bands.